Hey there, I'm Victoria and welcome back to Femhead. Today I want to talk about why you should not be static in your life nor your menstrual cycle. I am a borderline slug in the winter, and I mean that in the nicest possible way to myself, but I can't be bothered to muster up the energy it takes to go outside most days. Like so many others, blue skies and sunshine, feed my soul. It really does. So in the dead meh of winter, I find it really hard. And I'm not gonna lie, there are times where I won't leave my apartment for a day or two. I mean, that's the worst of it, and it doesn't happen that often. I know it happens pretty often. I just can't be bothered to bundle up only to get slapped in the face by Mother Nature just for stepping outside. But as many of us know, the world outside is full of beauty and inspiration, motivation and energy, and all these good things that you need to take part in. The point that I'm trying to make here is that while I'm very guilty of it, it's not good to remain sedentary and to not move for long periods of time. So I like to find movement in my days by doing things like riding my bike or longboard places, going on good old-fashioned walks, doing YouTube yoga routines on my living room floor, which is right back there, dancing obnoxiously around my apartment, and finally lifting weights every now and then. Very rarely, but I do enjoy lifting weights. I just never get around to it. And all of this makes perfect sense to you, that we need to move, that it's good for our health mentally and physically. Not to mention the fact that if I am moving every day, I crave healthy, nutritious foods. And if I'm eating healthy, nutritious foods, then I want to be physical and move and exercise. But the same goes on the other end of things. If I'm not moving, if I'm sitting on the couch or at my desk or wherever it may be, I then crave like unhealthy comfort foods. And if you're eating those unhealthy comfort foods, then you're not gonna have the energy to want to work out. All right, see the picture I'm painting for you? Perfect. Let's move along and talk about menstrual cycles. Because the same exact thing applies. You're supposed to have a menstrual cycle. It is healthy, it is normal, it is good. When I wasn't having a cycle, while I was on the pill, I was missing out on the exciting bits of life. Just picture someone with a resting bitch face. That's how I felt. And I didn't know any better. Before you know it, you're sucked into it. Feeling blah and meh and not quite yourself becomes the norm, and you just don't know any better. But like many women, I finally snapped out of it, came to, and realized I wanted my cycle back, that I needed my cycle back. I see these articles where people are claiming, and it's often like male doctors for whatever reason, claiming that there is no reason to have a menstrual cycle if you're not planning to get pregnant. And it just kind of breaks my heart because I know the damage that these sort of messages can produce. You're not meant to have a static cycle. Picture that resting bitch face again. I don't know if I'm making a good face. I don't know if I could do it. Anyways, you're meant to have your cycle and all of its glorious ups and downs. Emotions are not a bad thing. You're supposed to feel them, all of them. And I find that there's real beauty that comes from these like dark holes we find ourselves in. And obviously to a certain degree, I'm not talking about depression or mental illness here. I'm just talking about having a blue day when it's gloomy and gray and rainy out. When you remove your menstrual cycle from the equation, you're kind of stuck on the lower half of that resting bitch face roller coaster ride, and it's not fun and it's not good. There are actually 4 phases to a menstrual cycle. You have menstrual phase, follicular phase, ovulatory phase, and luteal phase. And each of these phases hold these incredible strengths within yourself. And when you learn to harness the power of these phases, really amazing things start to happen. You learn how to live in sync with your cycle instead of fighting it at every turn, only to end up at the end exhausted and frustrated. So today I encourage you, don't be static in your life nor in your menstrual cycle. Find movement, embrace change, and find empowerment in everything you learn along the way. And with that, I will leave you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!